we have everything configured. Now let's go ahead and build a simple Hello World program. So in here, open up SRC. So this is the structure of a Maven project. You've got SRC as well as the POM. Within you have main. So this is where all of your Java code will reside. Resources for files and HTML files and etc. Also, you have test. So this is where the testing code for your application resides as well. So here within main Java, let's right click, new, and then package. Say com dot, and here I'm going to say amigos code. Obviously this has to be your name or your organization. Enter. Inside, let's create a new Java class. And for the class name, I'm going to say main. So this will be our main class. Awesome. Now within this main class, let's have the main method. And for now, I'm just going to print to the console, hello. So if I run this, you can see we have two play buttons, or we can right click, run, or you can right click on the class itself. You can see there's a play button in here. We could just basically run from here. So either way, just run the application and you should see hello. Nice. Now, in order for this to be a Spring Boot application, we have to add a few things. So one is we have to say that this is a Spring Boot application. So this is the special annotation that we have to add. And you can see that this comes from org. So if I collapse this, org spring framework.boot.autoconfigure.spring boot application. So this is the annotation itself. And also, so let's just get rid of this line. Now we also have to say spring and then application. So this time from org spring framework.boot dot and then run. And inside we have to pass the main. So we have to say main.class, comma, and then args. So args is anything that comes from the command line. So basically this string array. Then let me add a semicolon here and we are good to go. So we'll come back to this application in a second, but with this annotation and this line right here, we have a Spring Boot application that we can run. To see this in action, go ahead and run the application. And this time, you should see that the logs are a little bit different. So here you can see that it says Spring. And by the way, my font is quite big so that you can see everything properly. But let me just put this full screen. So you can see Spring and have a look. So here you can see that we have starting main using Java 17, and then we have no profile set, so it's falling back to the default. And then you can see that starting service Tomcat. I'll talk about Tomcat in a second. And if you look carefully here, it says Tomcat started on port 8080 with context path and then empty. And you can see how long it took to start main, so 1.066 seconds. And currently we have a web server up and running. So we have a process which is running on port 8080, listening for requests. And there we go. So we have a Spring Boot application up and running. Next, let's go ahead and talk about the Tomcat web server in here. And then we'll change our application so that when we make a request, we return a response.